a moment taking a mental inventory of everything you have plugged into an electrical outlet in your home right now. It's probably a lot. There are the obvious large appliances, television, lights, but we overlook so many of the smaller things.
Yeah, you probably have phone chargers, a coffee maker, other smaller things like that that you keep hooked up even when you're not using them. I know I do. Popping those out of the plug is just one simple way to cut your energy costs.
And what better time than now? Today is actually Cut Your Energy Costs Day, and homes account for 22% of energy usage in the United States. And here with us to help figure out how to cut our energy costs is Lauren Irby. She is the manager of public relations and community outreach with Delaware Electric Co-op. Thank you so much, Lauren. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me this evening.
So we were mentioning the kinds of things you can unplug in your home to save energy. What kinds of things draw the most power in our home?
Well, certainly, especially this time of year when there's such a likelihood of cooler, colder temperatures, usually the HVAC system is what is pulling the most. That's why we suggest keeping your thermostat around 68 degrees when you're at home, because your home is trying to maintain a warmer weather and it's having to pull a lot more energy to keep your home comfortable. So certainly your HVAC, and of course, items like your dishwasher and your, washing machine for clothes as well.
Yeah.
So we talked about some of the things that we could unplug since we're not using them. Are there other things around the house that we can do to help save energy?
Absolutely. Of course, turning down that thermostat is a huge help in saving money on your electric bill and cutting those costs. But even more simple things you can do to be proactive, such as taking advantage of your windows. And what that means is when it's warm outside or the sun is shining, open your curtains, open your blinds, let some of that natural sunlight come in, and let some of that natural sunlight warm your home. Of course, when the sun sets, be sure to close them to keep that cool air out. And on the same token, if you stand in front of those windows as you're opening and closing them, if you feel a draft or any kind of cool air coming from there, take some time to investigate and see if you need to add some caulking or weather stripping, because 24 to 40% of the energy used for heating and cooling a home can be taken out by air leaks. And also using curtains if you still feel cool air coming from there. So those are some things you can do, just simple, takes a couple of seconds, close the window, open the window.
Sure. Okay, and you mentioned lighting. When it comes to the lights, besides remembering to turn them off, what can we do to save energy?
Sure. A great way is to switch to LED bulbs. They are better for the environment. They use less electricity, and they last longer.
You are so well versed in this, and we appreciate you talking to us. Have you run into misconceptions by consumers over what would save energy?
Well, I think the biggest area of confusion usually tends to be around, in the summer cooling and in the winter heating. A lot of people think, well, if I keep it on, if it's really cold outside and I just keep the thermostat where it is, right, I'll be saving money. But the HVAC system in your house is still having to work hard, and it's still having to take into consideration the cold weather outside. Just because it's the same temperature inside your house when the cold weather starts does not mean that your house is not having to work harder. So that's usually something that a lot of people will call in and have those aha moments like, maybe I do need to turn my thermostat down even though it's cold outside, and get creative. Do those suggested items with the windows, and even you can add layers to yourself, put on warmer clothes, put on an extra blanket or two on the bed at night, and even area rugs on your floors to warm them up. So you can get creative with it as well.
Absolutely. Now, I know power providers like Delaware Electric Co-op don't want you to waste energy, obviously. So what does a Delaware Co-op do to help us save energy?
Absolutely. Well, we have a great team here at DEC that helps our members to analyze what's going on with their bill. Like if there's anything that needs to be addressed, hey, have you checked your Have you checked your HVAC system? Have you checked with your electrician? We have that service available to talk with people and work through things like that. We have programs like Beat the Peak, especially in the summer, that will help our members to take more control of their bill by when the cost of energy is higher, to be able to wait a couple hours to wash dishes, or just make a little more thoughtful decisions. We have a world of tips available on our website at Delaware.co-op. You can give us a call anytime. We have some great partnerships with some organizations that offer energy audits. So we're always here. We're always happy if anybody has any questions.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Lauren Irby. Thank you for being here this afternoon. And stay warm.
Thank you so much.
Stay warm.
You too.